You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
Welcome back, warriors. It's me, Linda B. Thank you all so much for joining me here today. Black people who say they'll never vote Democrat ever again. I'm going to share you some clips with different people who say, know what? I don't want to be a conservative because the Democrats are lying to me, or they're never going to vote Democrat again. Or they're questioning things. Their mind is opening up. That's what we're looking at today. But before we get into it, don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications so you never miss a video. Stick around to the end. Also, follow me on my other social media platforms. On Twitter, follow me on Linda B Podcast, TikTok, and Instagram as ChatWithMeLindaB. And you can email me, ChatWithMeLindaB@gmail.com. Now let's get into it. All right. So I've been noticing this trend, and I just believe it's a God thing, that God has his people's eyes being opened. We're tired of the constant lies from the left, and you get some lies from some bad Republicans as well. But when you get a real, true MAGA Republican, especially someone like our current president, Donald Trump, who will fight to the end, doesn't seem to be very, soft. He's very hard-nosed and just like old school, he got shot at and he gets up, fight. I mean, that was just like such an amazing moment. And I remember when Stephen A. Smith, who is a Kamala Harris supporter, which makes no sense because he spends all of his time, complaining about demon rats. He literally said Donald Trump just won the presidency. And that's exactly what happened. Because when God has something to be, it will be. And it doesn't matter who tries to get in the middle of it or who tries to stop it. What God has to be will be. It's just a fact. I mean, these people are going to run around and just tell on themselves. And you know what I think is really going to happen? Before I show these clips, I got to say this now. I believe the Democrats are probably going to start turning on each other, because that's usually how it goes. They stick together so well, it seems. But when it gets down to the nitty gritty and there's some real indictments and some real, you're about to take the perp walk, you're about to have handcuffs on you, they're going to start spilling the beans. And I really believe that there's something going on with this latest health diagnosis of Jim Crow Joe Biden, the former president. I'm not talking about the dementia. I'm talking about the prostate scare. They said it got all into his bones and everything. So this is a very simple test. And in my opinion, it could be, I'm saying alleged. I'm just going to say that word to cover myself. But this is just my opinion, that they're doing this to try and get rid of him. That's just my opinion, because he's about to start talking. I feel like they are afraid he's going to really start revealing things. I heard that he's got a book coming out. So they're trying to get ahead of it. But anyway, let's look at some clips of some people, Black people, whose eyes have been opened.
When I first announced my run for Congress, I had this random white woman, liberal, walk up to me and ask, well, what about you isn't Democrat? To which I responded, well, besides my skin color, what about me is Democrat? And it was at that very moment that she realized that God gave her enough common sense to ask me about my values. Now, don't get me wrong, I was raised to vote Democrat down the ballot. So when I first started, I would say things like, I'm a Republican, but I'm not a conservative. But now I know all too well I am a full-fledged, hardcore conservative, and I'm proud of it. I mean, my favorite saying is I was born Black, not Democrat. But in all seriousness, whenever I began to think for myself politically, the choice was easy. I mean, why would I want to belong to a party whose mission is to infringe on the Second Amendment as if a criminal would ever participate in something like a mandatory buyback? Why would I want to belong to and endorse a godless party? Because there is no such thing, and I mean no such thing as a trans child. We have confused children and sick enabling adults. Why would I want to belong to a party that takes pride in shedding innocent blood? Number one, as if that's not what God hates, as if abortion clinics didn't start in the hood. Because if you think Trump is bad, you should research exactly who Margaret Sanger was. But speaking of the Black community, why would I want to belong to a party who's responsible for the foundation of the Triple K?
Young woman speaking facts. Now that clip is from like 2 months ago, so it's not a new clip, but I love it. Okay, and I think she's running for a congressional seat, I believe. Her name is Peyton Jackson. Okay, she's in politics, so you guys look her up. Peyton Jackson, and I believe she's in Texas. Okay, so yeah, there are a lot of people waking up, and there's a money grift behind everything that the left is pushing. All right, a money grift. Please know that. Please know that. But they're going to present it and serve it up as some kind of noble cause. Humanitarian. Oh, we love you. We want to take care of you. Yes, that's the problem. I need you to stop taking care of me. I need to get up with my A squared in the sense God gave me to get up and go to work. I don't need you taking care of me. Because when they take care of you, there are not just strings attached. There are chains attached. Let's look at the next one.
You're the one who put the present Democratic administration in Washington, D.C. The whites were evenly divided. It was the fact that you threw 80% of your votes behind the Democrats that put the Democrats in the White House. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first, and they put you last. Because you're a chump. A political chump. In Washington, D.C., in the House of Representatives, there are 257 who are Democrats. Only 177 are Republicans. In the Senate, there are 67 Democrats. Only 33 are Republicans. The party that you backed controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race. I know you don't like me saying that, but I'm not the kind of person who come here to say what you like. I'm going to tell you the truth, whether you like it or not.
Woo, he said, you're not only a chump, but a traitor to your race. Now, we got all these Al Sharpton wannabes out here. Al Sharpton, Benjamin Crump, Dominique Alexander. And someone wrote in the comment section under one of my videos that Al Sharpton is actually in South Africa spreading chaos and race hatred. That's what he does. The demon rats, the evil powers that be on the left that have a lot of money are paying him to do this. And I told you I did those 2 videos yesterday about 2 women. One is really mixed race, but the other one is clearly black. And no one is really saying anything. I don't hear anything from Al Sharpton. I don't see it on the national news. I just don't really hear anything about it. You have to go to podcasters and find it on a local news network. You have to do all of that to get what's really going on. I didn't agree with Malcolm X on his religion, but he spouted facts. And he acted like, you know what, you just a chump and a traitor to your race. Now, these are the real race hustlers that are out here. Your Uncle Roro's, Roland Martin. I already mentioned Al Sharpton, Dominique Alexander, Jesse Jackson. It's a number of them. I almost hate to say anything about Jesse Jackson because I know he's being an advanced age and health issues. But these people were paid by evil entities on the left to keep Black people down. I did a video with Al Sharpton, what he actually did, encouraging people to continue smoking menthol cigarettes because the tobacco companies paid Al Sharpton to do that, knowing that it was killing other Black folks, getting cancer at a much higher rate because of the menthol was more soothing and it made you breathe in deeper, which caused higher cancer rates. But he didn't care. He was like, I got a paycheck. Shoot, what you want me to say? I can say that and I add a little sauce to it too, add a little hot sauce. That is a sellout. So when they call us sellouts just because we support the current president, they can go kick rocks barefoot. Just keep on kicking them down the road.
It's been bothering me all day. I need to be real about this, okay? I do not want to be a conservative. I don't want to. But because of the fact that my mama told me that I have to think with my mind and do my own research, I come to find out that at least in my voting years, from 2016 onward, every Democrat that I've ever listened to has been straight up lying to me. And it's like, and it's not even good lies. It's not even good lie. See, here's the thing, right? You can say a politician will lie all you want to, right? And you will say, politicians lie all the time. There's nothing new. But at least with the Trump administration, what they will do is they'll come in front of people with a piece of paper. And what that piece of paper means is some data, some evidence, something to back up what they're saying. Receipts, stuff like that. And when you see someone who's caught in a pickle, and they try to lie their way out of the pickle, you have to really pay attention to what they say when they try to lie about themselves out of the pickle. See, you can make up evidence. Absolutely, 100%. Some shit could just be put on a piece of paper and just said, here's my receipt. That would be incredibly easy to do. However, for whatever reason, that is not the Democrats' strategy when it comes to counteracting these claims. What their strategy turns out to be is, nuh-uh, or you ain't allowed to do that. Stop that. They're totally allowed to do what they're doing because they are the goddamn president. People voted him in. Whether you think it's right or wrong, that is your decision to think. But the fact of the matter is they have been given the power by the people to do the thing. Doge. There's so many examples. Doge, the federal firings, the rest of them judges, like all that falls within the power because either they were abusing the power, they were not necessary for the task at hand, or it is under the power of the Constitution. I don't understand how you can just sit here and just lie to me. Here's how they counteract lying. You ain't supposed to be looking into that. You do not have the power to look into that. Why are you looking into that? Instead of, this is why this is there, this is why this is here, this is why this is there, y'all are overreacting. That's what you could be saying, but you're not saying these things. And so I must be sitting here looking stupid, trying to force out a belief to where I twist my worldview and change what I'm seeing with my eyes just because y'all said something. At least these folk have a piece of paper. If you had a piece of paper that could conflict with their piece of paper, then you would have shown me that piece of paper.
Never in my life will I ever be a Democrat again. And I can't say about the rest of politics, but I'm gonna say this: just because I'm saying I'm on one side doesn't mean I'm another side. You don't know much about me, and you don't know much about politics. I'm gonna say this: I will never ever support the Democratic Party again after seeing all this misappropriation of funds. But all Democrats care about are like pushing their heads up with like DEI and they're racist. But y'all misappropriating funds. At the end of the day, no matter if you're white, black, yellow, red, black, green, blue, orange, whatever the colors you are, the rainbow, I don't care. We all pay taxes. And the fact is that you were misappropriating funds and mishandling our tax money. I care more about that than I ever care about my race, DEI, or anything like that. Y'all can call me the C word that rhymes with moon. I don't give a. That is more important. My bag is more important to me, and where that shit is going is more important to me than my race. Don't give a damn. But this is DEI and racist and Yahtzees and all this stuff. I don't give a. Y'all taking our money and using it for craziness and balloon popping and all this stuff and bubble wraps and $600 million on sushi and $50 million on condoms in Gaza and misappropriating funds. I am not with it. U.S. aid, all this stuff. Y'all were paying celebrities to represent Ukraine. Like, I can't ever be a Democrat ever in my life. Oh, and the whole AP political thing. The fact that y'all were paying journalists or paying AP off, which is the Associated Press off, so they could write nasty things about a candidate. That tells me biased media in itself. Like, I can never, ever. I'm glad they are uncovering the nastiness that the Democratic Party is doing. But no, they're racist. The other side is racist. I don't give a.
So other than the salty language of some of them, tell me what you guys think about what they said. People are paying attention. I love it. I keep saying on my channel, please do more than turn on the television. Please do some research. Look and pay attention to what's happening around you. I told you one time before, I had a close relative, love this person. She sent me, I think she texted to me or told me about it, and this was during Biden's presidency. I think this was late last year. See, she said there's a report that just came out that the prices are going down. The prices are actually down. And then I told her, are you kidding me? We just paid over $15 for a small pack of smoked turkey that you season your collard greens with, because I don't use pork. A small little container where we used to pay not even $6. This was over $15. I said, I just don't see it. It's not registering to my real life. Okay. I don't see it. I go by what I see happening to me, not what some report says, because some people are blinded by the report. Are you paying attention? What's your gas prices? What is it per gallon of gas? Now, gas has come down, finally come down. I told you eggs have gone down. I haven't paid much attention to other items. I don't see them having gone down, but I'll check into that. But I see gas has gone down. I see eggs have gone down. I mean, tremendously so. And I'm very happy about that. These are things that I am actually witnessing. So I'm not going to listen to the left when they tell me things that, I mean, it's not matching up with what I'm actually witnessing. I mean, what am I supposed to just not believe my lying eyes and my lying ears? Are you serious right now? See, that's why they wanted these illegals in here, because they knew that these black folks, we getting off the plantation, because, you know, we've done the Harriet Tubman. We like, see ya, wouldn't want to be ya. We out. We are out, and we're not coming back. Harriet Tubman never, when she got all the slaves off, she stayed off the plantation. They didn't go back. Not her anyway. They didn't go back. So we don't go back. We stay off the plantation. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Also follow me on Twitter, Linda B Podcast, and also TikTok and Instagram as ChatWithMeLindaB. And you can email me, ChatWithMeLindaB@gmail.com. Don't forget to smash like, comment, share, subscribe, hit all notifications. You all be blessed. Love God, your families, these United States of America, and march on, warriors.